Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to join you again in our many-year, long-term partnership together helping the people on the Cheyenne River Lakota Sioux Indian Reservation. As you probably know, it is one of the poorest places in America by U.S. Census, and it is a place where we together have been making a big difference in the lives of the people. We were closed for a period of time during the height of the pandemic, as many places were, but we're open and we're moving forward into the new normal, which isn't the way things were before, but we're going to work around it, work through it, and continue to do the good works that are needed on the reservation. During the period of the reservation, we did get the holiday giveaway out to the children in the end of 2021, and we are ready to ship again for this year. We actually have a shipping date I can share with you, which is Saturday, November 19, and we need help. We need people who can come ages 15 and up, who can lift up the boxes. We'll have our regular crew in the truck balancing things so it ships well, but we need a lot of help. And without your help and the help of other volunteers, we're going to be in big trouble. And we don't want to disappoint the children. We want to get these items out there so that they can have a Merry Christmas. I mean, I think it's a really important factor. And last year was really neat because the schools stepped up and they took the donations and did the distribution through the schools. Head Start did it as well, as did the infant toddler program. So all the children were reached, 2,600 of them were reached. And the older kids in several of the schools actually dressed up like elves and became Santa's helpers and actually gave out the gifts to the younger children. So it was a total success, and we're going to repeat that this year. It worked really well with the schools, and we see no reason to change that. So there's a new normal that's working really well. We still need help, though. We need help with the donations, which have been a blessing, as my daughter continues to tell me when I get frustrated. We had a period of time when the shipping lanes were, as you know, shut down. And when they finally opened up, we got literally inundated with thousands of boxes. We're working our way through that. But in order to do that, we decided that we could also share locally. So we began both on the reservation with what we call Wa'okia'ye Tipi 1 and locally Wa'okia'ye Tipi 2. That translates in Lakota to the House of Generosity. And so they're free stores where people can come and get what they need and enjoy the benefits of things they never expected to add to their households. The product varies so dramatically. There's no point in saying what it is, but a lot is households. Sometimes there's toys. Sometimes there's other items. I mean, it's just wonderful. They're all new. And so if the church is interested, they could sponsor a pop-up Wa'okia'ye TP pop-up and open it to the community or locate groups that would really benefit from it. And we'll set that up. My daughter is the one in charge of it, and she would love to hear from you. You can go through our Hawkwing website and send messages to me or to Jennifer, and we'll get in touch and see if we can set something up. In the meantime, the tribe has Wa'okia'ye TP 1, and we have 2 programs within that. One is that the youth will be trained this winter in how to operate a store. And so they'll be able to learn customer service skills and inventory skills and organizing and presentation, which is a great work skill to have. The second part is that the tribe is using it as extended outreach and motivation for health screenings. So, for example, if a woman came in and had her mammogram done, she can go to the free store and shop. So it's a great partnership, and we think it's wonderful that we can get these items out to people in need. If you want to experience joy, come to one of the pop-ups locally because, boy, people are so happy when they're there, and they really enjoy getting the opportunity to pick out things for themselves. That's very empowering. We also began, as you know, a number of years ago, administrating the food bank on Cheyenne River. And by using that as our base, we are able to improve nutrition on the reservation, get food sufficiency to whatever degree we can, because there's much need and there's only so much we can order from Feeding South Dakota. But that's okay. We have a donor that has stepped up who is interested in investing in food sufficiency and going back to traditional ways of gardens and canning or drying food and being able to have their more local control so that sufficiency is really embedded into the tribal customs again as they were. And we're very grateful to him. We'll start the planning for that next spring. It'll be things like greenhouses in every district. It'll be things like providing instruction on traditional gardening and how to do that and whatever supplies may be needed that they may not already have. We also have a new project that's starting very shortly. In fact, I'm taping this in advance of your Sunday service. So as I'm sitting here, the tribe in South Dakota is actually voting on adopting this project. We have a donor who was really interested in clean water issues, and so he is investing in putting filtration systems in all of the homes so that the water can be healthier. Depending on where you are on the reservation, it can be a huge problem, or it can be still a problem, but not as bad as the outer districts where they're not on the main water line. So we are in the planning. We're in the process of doing this now. We will start as soon as we have tribal approval. We'll start with a trial set of homes so that we can make sure it fits well with the entire environment out there, and then it'll be expanded reservation-wise for 3 to 5 years at least is what we're anticipating as we replace filters and add homes to the filtration system. So we're very excited about that. So as COVID came, we just kept going. and you, those of you who are familiar with Hawkwing and our 23 years of service know that we don't believe in the impossible. We believe in the possible, and we do everything we can to make the possible reality. So those are some of the things that have been happening. We know that COVID was a huge disruptor for everyone, and unfortunately, you have to deal with what the cards you're given. So we have a small scholarship fund that's now through Hawkwing, so that youth going to a trade school or going to college can get some supplemental scholarship from Hawkwing. It's a small fund, but we intend to grow that as well. As you may know, I mean, many of the churches have had this experience as well. Many nonprofits have had a very, very financial struggle through COVID, and we're no exception to that. So although I normally come to you and I don't focus on please make a donation, I know that the church and all of you are very good about doing that. But I just really want to share with you that this challenge has really put our backs to the wall. So however you can be generous with your hands, your heart, and your funds, we would be very, very grateful. I'd like to share with you in closing the words I said at the end of my presentation at CNN Heroes. The vastness of the Great Plains of America make you feel like you can touch the sky. But beneath that sky, there is suffering that is also vast. The heartland of America is also a place of heartbreak. By joining Hawkwing, you are helping the children, parents, veterans, and elders of the Cheyenne River Lakota Sioux tribe. From the bottom of my heart and theirs, Wopilatanka, great thanks.